I'd like to start by congratulating Stanford. They're a good team and tough team to play against. I thought, throughout most of the game, I thought we felt in control and really not too threatened. Obviously, what changed it was the corner kick. I think it might have been an own goal, in fact. That was scored. Unfortunately, it put us in a place where we were chasing the game and having to commit numbers forward, and then another restart goal, which clearly made it a tough hill to climb. Proud of our guys, proud of the effort today. I think we executed a game plan of everything we wanted to do except score a goal.
Question for Tim.
What happened with you and the one Stanford player right there towards the end of the game?
And I got a yellow card.
Yeah.
I mean, all he wanted to do was just go in me, and I don't know. I should have controlled myself a little better. But I mean, it was right after the goal. I'm sorry, but it's just emotions.
Before the corner, it looked like there may have been a breakdown of communication where the ball was knocked out of bounds instead of cleared out. And was there any, was there a breakdown? Was that a breakdown in communication, or what happened there?
I don't really know. I think it was just a bad not as good first touch as it could have been from Joey, and then he had to clear it out of bounds just to avoid anything worse. But I don't know. The communication throughout the game was not as constant as it usually is. So usually we have it consistent over 90 minutes, but just like you said, we had little breakdowns every once in a while for 5 or 10 minutes. But like Ken said, the last 30 minutes was, the last 20 minutes was, the effort was really, really good. It's just that we really couldn't find the last pass, the last threatening pass, but yeah.
You go into this kind of game and you expect them to be really, really good. When you guys did run around with them, what did you notice and take away what made them so good and so different?
I mean, I think, like Coach said, I think we controlled most of the game, to be honest. In the first half, they were never really threatening unless they had restarts. And I think we did a really good job in the first half from avoiding giving them restarts. But we knew they were a restart team. We knew that that's what they want to play for. That's their game plan. And yeah, I think we should have done a little bit better on the restarts. It wasn't like a silly first goal. I think it would have been actually next to the goal, but then it was an own goal. But I mean, yeah, I think we should have dealt a little better with the restarts, but like Coach said, the game plan, we executed what we wanted to do. It's just we were unfortunate in the attacking third.
Anything else for Tim? Okay.
Well, it's tough against a team like Stanford. They don't give up many goals as it is, and we've said all along how important it is in matches to score the first goal. They're like Tim was saying, we knew that they put a high priority on restarts, and we felt like if we and when you defend well against restarts, you can be successful against them because they don't score a whole lot of goals against a run of play, and I thought we did a good job on that end today.
As far as that second goal goes, I mean, was that basically as textbook as you can get as far as direct kicks go? It didn't. I mean, it looked like Stephen, tried, but it was just out of his reach and just in the most impossible place to get it.
I think he hit it well. I'm not sure that's what he intended to do, to be honest with you. I think Steph was expecting him to make a cross and position himself for that. If he starts a half a step, maybe one step back, he probably gets a hand to it. But again, it was whether he meant it or not, it was pretty well placed on the day.
As far as the physical play goes, I mean, it looked like Stanford was obviously trying to be even though you guys got called for more fouls, it looked like Stanford was trying to be the aggressor. Did that have any effect on your guys and how they played?
No, I think we handled it pretty well. It was only late where emotions, like Tim said, got the best of a few guys, but I thought overall through the course of the game, I thought we handled it very well. We knew going in that they wanted to make it a physical game. Tactically, I think they want to bully you a bit and get you out of your game. And again, I thought we handled that pretty well, and still were able to move the ball at times, and really in the run of play, never really felt threatened.
Coach, I know it might be hard to think about it right now, but can you talk about what a success this season was to make it to the Elite Eight, to be here at home twice, back-to-back weekends?
Yeah, I think things like getting a number 4 seed in the tournament is a pretty significant achievement. I thought we handled the ACC pretty well. Felt like we had a chance to actually win the Atlantic Division. We were close. And had some significant wins at home, beating number 1 Notre Dame when they were here at Syracuse, and some good wins, especially coming off a year last year where we were a little bit disappointed. I think this year was a very positive one, but still hurts a little bit because I think this team felt like it was a team that could be in the College Cup. And then once you're in the College Cup, always have a chance to win it. But again, we're happy for the successes of the season and still a little bit sad because I think there was still more there.
Was there any one missed opportunity that's sticking out in your mind right now for tonight?
Well, we had some good ones. I thought the one where Tate was in on goal, I thought that was clear. Mike had a good header on the back post. I thought there were a couple of restarts, a couple of corners that we were close on and didn't execute. There weren't too many really good looks, I think, either way in the run of play. But I think we had enough that we probably could have gotten a goal or two tonight.
What do you tell your team after this kind of a loss?
Well, it hurts, and it should hurt because we've invested a lot into the season. And like I said, I felt like, there was still more out there, and that part hurts. But, it's part of competition, the vulnerability of it, that you put yourself out there with a chance of great success, but there's a chance for failure. And when failure happens, it hurts because you put yourself out there, you put so much into it. But it's worth the risk because you have moments like the last 2 games we've had at home, which is really awesome moments, good experiences and things that these guys will forever remember because collectively they put in a lot. They've invested a lot collectively with and for each other. And when you have those moments, like we've had this season, there's a bonding that goes on. So, today is a day that certainly didn't go our way. The score line wasn't in our favor. But the memories and the relationships and the bonding that went on with these guys will live forever, and I'm proud of them because we were good. We're very good, and we built to a level where we probably could be in the College Cup right now.
As far as I know it's maybe a little early to look toward next year, but what do you see coming back next year, and where do you see this team needing to fill holes, like with what you got with Stephen this year?
Yeah, I think we have a very talented young group of goalkeepers, and I think that those guys with a good spring will be able to step into a starting role. It's tough to replace the experience and the level that Steph brought, but I think we're going to be very solid there. Replacing a guy like Michael, DeGraff and Wright, who is just, physically so good and puts out a lot of fires for you. Romy's leadership and DJ's creativity, all of that are things. But, you'll also look at guys like Sharif, and he's just, really just getting started. There's so much more in him. And Mo, Tim. All those guys that I think, Tate, that, still have a lot of growth in them, that I think bringing guys like that back and the recruits we have coming in, I'm excited, about the prospect of next year. I don't want to think too much about it right now, but, we're excited. I think we have a good returning group, and I think we'll be exciting to watch again.
Now, with Tim, is he, if he ends up getting drafted, do you expect him to go, or?
I haven't talked too much about Tim. I know he absolutely loves being a student athlete, and I know he wants to finish his degree. Certainly there's probably some interest from some teams, but with Tim, he falls into a situation where he's an international and an older international in the MLS. They only have so many slots for them. So coming out of college, you have to be somebody that MLS team would want to invest in, for him to be drafted. So a little bit risky for him, but if he gets the opportunity, we'll sit down and talk to him about it.
Anything else? All right.
Awesome.
Coach.
We're excited at the result. I think it's just another really tight, exciting game of soccer. Louisville, fantastic team. Ken does an amazing job. And they're just tough, competitive games out there. They had a couple of good chances. We had a couple of good chances on the night. We managed to take our chances. But probably the winning factor on the night, I think, was just our back four was immense. I felt their midfielders just managed to get out of the different situations. And when they got to counter-attack after we lost the ball, they looked very, very dangerous. And just our back four and our goalkeeper, I thought, were just absolutely rock solid. Louisville have some fantastic soccer players that are very, very skilled attacking-wise. And our players just managed to pick off the ball every time. So even though they had some chances, there's the double save that obviously was huge. Other than that, on the road, to not give up too many looks, I thought they were incredible at the back.
Questions for Foster?
Foster, on the goal, coming off the corner kick, tell us what you saw and how the play developed as you were coming into the six.
Yeah, so I normally have the role of where I'm on the goalkeeper, and we have an in-swinging cross every single time, or the majority of the time, and I just saw the flight of the ball. It was kind of one of those moments where I wasn't really thinking, and so I just ran right to the ball and then tried to flick it back post. So yeah, I'm glad that I got it too. I heard that I wasn't gonna get it either.
You guys are up 2-0 late. Tensions are starting to kind of rise. What's it like as a player to know that you don't want to do anything that's going to get you either suspended or anything like that toward the end of the game?
Oh, when I got my yellow card?
Yeah, just when the tempers start to flare up later on, what's that like as a player?
I just put winning first. I just knew I won the hell. I knew if I got sent off that really hurt my team, and at the same time I knew it was really dumb what I did. I shouldn't have retaliated like that. I definitely deserved the yellow card on that, and so I knew I kind of had to be a little bit cautious going into other challenges.
I don't think tempers were bad. I mean, there's a couple of challenges in there, but you look at a super competitive game with unbelievable athletes. I mean, the foul count, I think, was below 20, You look at the Louisville-Wake Forest game, I think the foul count was about almost 50. And so, it wasn't ill-tempered at all. Obviously, both teams are competing, Do some of the players make the odd mistake? Most definitely. But I thought it was played in a real good spirit overall.
How do you think your experience of last year kind of played into what's going on right now?
What do you think?
Anyone can win these games, so we're the higher. I mean, I guess the lower seed the day compared to them, and we kind of had things going against us, being away on the road, having finals, the stress from back home. But I mean, as long as you stick to your game plan and you defend, you can win these games. So I think that's an incredible thing about college sports. So.
Anything else for Foster?
So you guys had finals this week too?
I had a midterm.
Midterm, okay.
So yeah.
The experiences from last year, it really does help. I think when you've never been there before, you always just think that happens to other programs. And then when you've been there, you've gone through it, you've gone through the exciting roller coaster. I think that experience really does help with the team. But, we graduated out 5 key starting players last year that 50% of the lineup, but probably 75% of the heartbeat. But there's still a lot of warriors left in the program, guys that were on the field, guys that were in secondary roles, and just having gone through that in the past, I think it really does help, just with the game prep and everything, because these are exciting situations, and to come to this incredible facility with an amazing crowd, it can sometimes be quite nerve-wracking for the players, but we've been there, seen that, done that at other places, and I think that just allows the people just to have that inner confidence,
Anything else? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. All
Thank
the
you.
best, okay?